Alright, so in this video we are going to look at plotting points on the Cartesian plane. Well, first we're going to identify the x and the y axis. We're going to plot some points on our graph, and then we are going to determine the area of the shapes that we've plotted. Okay, so first things first, this is your Cartesian plane. Generally you would be given a graph sheet, and your graph sheet would look like this. So you're going to have to draw in your x and your y axes. Your x and your y axis is just a line going down and a line going across. They have to meet. They have to meet at a perpendicular angle, which means that at the center you should have 90 degrees here. So we have a straight line, and the plus about using graph sheet is that you already have lines there to help you, so you can just use a ruler and brighten the line that you have there. The most important thing when plotting a graph is to make sure that you have enough space to work with. So if you look at the points that you're given and you realize that you're going to need at least 10 or more points or places on that graph sheet, make sure that you draw it. You don't have to center it. We usually recommend it to center it, but make sure that you draw it, that you have enough space to work with, so you can draw it. If it's more negative numbers, draw it to the right. If it's more positive numbers, draw it to the left, or you can even draw it at the bottom of the page. Just make sure that you have enough values to work with. So you're going to draw two lines, one going up, one going across. Now these lines are known as your x and your y axes. So the y axis is the line that goes up, also known as the vertical line, and your x axis is the line that goes across, also known as your horizontal line. And as you can see, both lines should meet at in the middle. Both lines should meet, and in the middle you should have a right angle. On top of having a right angle, where both lines meet, they measure 0, or their magnitude is 0. So the value where both lines meet is 0. So that's your starting point, 0. And then you would count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can also count in twos if you want. That's fine. But if the graph is not big enough, if it's not something that requires for you to count in multiples, like multiples of 2 or multiples of 3, you can just stick with counting with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is fine. So this is your axes. This is your x and y axis. This is what it would look like on your graph sheet using this is what it would look like on your graph sheet. This would be your Cartesian plane. Alright, so let's look at how do I plot graphs on my graph sheet. I'm going to give you some points. So we have A is 1, 2. We have B is 6, 3, and C is 3, 7. We're going to go, well, these are known as coordinate points. Coordinate points, and they represent your x and y value, and they would come in the form, well, they take an alphabetical form. So it's going to be, they come alphabetically. So it's x followed by y, x followed by y, x followed by y. Alright, so x means I'm going across, y means I'm going up or down, depending on the number that I'm given. So x across, left or right. Y means I'm going up or down. If the number is negative, I'm going down. That's for y. If the number is positive, I'm going up. Okay, so let's look at these diagrams. Let's try to plot these points here. Let me get points. So A is 1, 2. That means I am going to look, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look on my x-axis, and I'm going to look where 1 is. Don't draw anything, don't touch anything, just find where 1 is. This is where 1 is. Then I'm going to look at my y value. The y value is 2, positive 2. That means I need to go up 2 places. So over 1 and then up 2 places. 1, 2. Place your point. Make sure that you highlight it so that you can, so that whomever is marking your paper or assessing your paper, they can see the point clearly. So right away we have point A. Then let's go over to point B. Point B is 6, 3. So my X value is 6. I'm coming over to 6. Don't draw anything. Don't label anything. So I'm coming over to 6. And then I have a positive 3 going up. That means I'm going up on the y-axis 3 places. So I should go 1, 2, 3. 3 places, and I'm going to place my point. Then I have point C. I'm going over 3 places. 1, 2, 3. But I'm also going up 7 places. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I have all 3 points on my diagram, and I'm going to connect, use my ruler and my pencil to connect all 3 points. I'm sorry, that's the wrong shape. All 3 points to form a shape. So again, you're going to set up your graph. Create your X and Y axes. Whichever way you want to do it, just look at the numbers that you're given and see if you need, and see how much space you're going to need. So this is my y-axis, this is my x-axis. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and plot some points. Here are the points. Let me write them for you. A is 1, 1. B is 5, 1. C is 7, 4, and D is 3, 4. So remember that the first one, they come in alphabetical order. So it's X, Y. These are your coordinate points, coordinate points, coordinate points, and coordinate points come in alphabetical order. So X, Y, X, Y, X, Y. So this is your x-axis again. This is X and this is Y. Label your diagram properly. Okay, so we have 1 for A. It's going to be 1, 1. That means I'm going over 1 place. I'm starting from center and I come over 1 place. Don't write anything, just make a little note, mental note, and then you're going up 1 place. So there you would have A. Okay, and then we have B. So I'm going X again. X is 5 places over and 1 place up. All right, so we have point B. That's point A, point B. Point C, we have 7 places over and 4 places up. And that's point C. And for point D, we have 1, 2, 3 places over and 4 places up. Right away you can see the shape that is being formed. Now draw a line to connect all your points. And I hope you can realize or recognize that this shape is a parallelogram. 2 sets of parallel sides. 2 sets of parallel sides. So a parallelogram, the area of a parallelogram is equal to the base times the height. Base is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. That's your base, 1, 2, 3, 4. And your height is going to be 1, 2, 3. So the area of this parallelogram is equal to 12 square units. Remember, you can also just count the squares inside, and remember you do half. We make the halves into 1 and you count the wholes as 1. Alright, let's try one last one and then call it a day. Again, x-axis, y-axis. That's your y-axis. This is your x-axis. And we're going to put some points on it. So A is 2, 2. B is 2, 8. C is 7, 8. I may have to undo this. Let me undo this. 7, 8. And D is 7, 2. So you have again X followed by Y, X followed by Y, X followed by Y, X followed by Y. So you're going, let's try and put on the points. So A, 2 places over, 2 places up. 2 places over, found it. 2 places up, right here. Good, so now we have A. Let's go to B. 2 places over, 8 places up. Oh, mercy. All right, and then we have C. 7 places over and 8 places up. Good. And the last one, D. 7 places over and 2 places up. Right away, you should be able to recognize that we have something like a triangle. Sorry, triangle. Mercy said no, a rectangle being formed. So let's connect our points. Connect your points using your ruler and your pencil. This one is pretty straightforward because you don't have to make half of circles. You don't have to make halves. You have to count halves. But just for recall purposes, the area of a rectangle is equal to the length times the width. You can also just go ahead and count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Count and go all the way. So let's find the length, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's do the width. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. So 5 times 6 is 30 square units. So if you should count it, you should end up back with the same thing. 14, 15, 16, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Oh, that 29 looks shaky. 30. Okay, and that's how you would plot graphs, plot points on the Cartesian plane using your x and y values. First thing you do, draw your Cartesian plane to include your x and y values on your graph. Make sure that they meet. So remember that where they meet, that's where the 0 point is. So it's 0, 1, 2, 3. But if you have to skip, say if you have to skip numbers, like you have to do 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, that is fine. Or if you can have to use multiples of a different number, that is fine. Make sure that your x-axis, make sure you label it as your x-axis going across and your y-axis going up and down. To plot your points, remember they follow alphabetical order. So it's x, then y. X, then y. X goes across, y goes up or down. Alright? I hope this helps.